Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Ba'ashem is in the name of Yahushai, is the name who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That being in the Paleo Hebrew, our true tongue. And this video is going to be basically on that judgment is happening. All right, judgment is happening across the world, and specifically in America, and that basically to not get weak now, because although judgment may seem like it's happening on a low rate, pretty soon mass destruction is going to come to America. All right, and that we, Lord's will, we are part of the elect. We are going to be protected from all that. All right, so I'm gonna get basically a few scriptures going into that, maybe like an article or something. And so Lord's will, you're edified, because now we're at the end of this thing. There's all hell in America is soon about to break loose. All right, and you got people out there that hear us say this and they don't believe it, but we see it. All right, we see it. All right, because you got tons of deaths and killings going on in America every day that it's not always reported about on the news. And all this is going to show you that Esau is losing his grip. All right, pretty soon he's going to start to try to put that chip in people. All right, which we know what's the chip? It's the mark of the beast. All right, he's going to start try to push his new world order. All right, but like I said, topic of this video is that judgment is happening. All right, to not fall off. All right. So now I wanted to let me see. This is Zephaniah. I'm gonna start with Zephaniah 3 and 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is constantly judging people. He's constantly judging everybody across the earth. Hey, I just heard about a shooting that happened in New Zealand. All right, it was in a city called Christchurch, which that's warning enough for it to happen. It was in a city called Christchurch, and it happened at a Muslim mosque, or Salah, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's where the Muslims go to worship Allah, which if Allah was real, then surely he would have protected you. Goes to show you that Allah is not the name of the Most High. The Most High's name is Yahweh. All right, and his son's name is Yahushai. He does have a son, his only begotten son. The first created spirit that Yahweh created is Yahushai. All right, and those are the only names that we can be saved by, because clearly Allah didn't do shit for the people in New Zealand. Excuse my language. All right, but it was like 40 or something people that just died over there. So judgment, or 49, basically 50 round up, but judgment is happening across the world, man. So now we can't get weak. All right, because we know that we're at the end of this thing. Okay, and like I said, judgment you may not hear about it all the time, but it's definitely happening. All right, and you might do a little research on things that go around the world. It'll increase your faith, because if you rely solely on this news that you got on TV, this BS, CBS, and all this CNN, they're all controlled by the elites. They all say the same thing. Literally, they all say the same thing. You can look it up on YouTube. They all say the same thing, and they all put out the same information, which is a whole bunch of bull crap. So you gotta do research on your own, unless you're gonna think that these days are going by and that nothing is happening, that wickedness is continuing to prevail, and that no justice is being served. Well, that's not the case, man. The Lord, we just read in Zephaniah 3 and 5. He says, every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. So the Lord is judging people across the earth. All right. Hey, I looked up mass shootings in the United States in 2019. All right, which, let me say this first, we're not, because you might have people that see this video and call us crazy and stuff. All right, we're not going out here shooting up people. All right, this majority of these shootings are you crazy. You Edomites, you goddamn Edomites, and I haven't looked into it on all these that happened, but it's a majority of it. It's probably more than likely it's you Edomites, you know. But the only reason stuff like this, the only reason we look at this is because we know that the Lord just doesn't kill people for no reason. There's a reason we have judgment. The Lord, he kills people, obviously for their wickedness. All right. So we see stuff like this, and we know that it's judgment, and this is how we know that the Lord is judging people. He's constantly judging people. All right. Now, when you look up, this is mass shootings in 2019, and this is just what they have on record. Now we know what we're in, like the third month of the year of Esau's new year. All right. Now I counted. Now I may be off by one or two because it gets confusing sometimes. But I counted really quickly. I may be, like I said, one or two. But from the first day of January all the way up to the 13th of March, so 2 days ago, as you see, I put a number up here. You have 57 shootings. You have 57 shootings that have happened in America within just 3 months. All right. So within 3 months, you have had 57 shootings. So what does this show you? It shows you that the Lord, as Zephaniah 3:5, is not a lie. That the Lord he's judging people. All right. I bet you some of these people were fags, lesbians, adulterers, all right, stealers, coveters. I bet you, man, because the Lord wouldn't kill people for no reason. All right. So what does this prove? This proves that the Lord is judging people. All right. So we gotta look at stuff like this, and we gotta understand, like, man, the Lord is definitely coming back soon, man. Because although you don't see it, there is constantly stuff happening in America and around the world that you don't see, man. But the Lord is working, and He's working on the minds of these elites and these different kings. And pretty soon, all hell's gonna break loose, man. So now's the time when we really gotta hold fast to this truth. All right. Because although these were just little shootings, pretty soon a lot of stuff is about to happen, man. You're going to have race wars. You're going to have riots. All right. Now let me get Revelation 2:25, one of my favorite scriptures. But that which ye have, hold fast till I come. What do you have? What do we have? We have this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We have this faith. So you got to hold fast, man. You got to hold it tight. You can't let it go. You know, like if you played football, and you were a running back or somebody, and you had to, you had a certain way you had to hold the ball, and you had to hold that ball tight as hell, and if you got hit, you still couldn't let it go. You had to keep your grip on it. All right. And you had to go through the hard and thin running on that field, trucking people, and you had to hold that ball tight. All right. That ball, you can liken that to this truth. We got to hold it. We got to hold tight. No matter what you go through, no matter the ups and downs, the trials and tribulations, the hell you might go through, we got to hold fast what we have till I come, because the Lord is definitely coming, and we can see it in the acts, the judgment that's happening around the world. All right, let me read it again. Revelation 2:25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh, meaning you keep it until the end, he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Who are the nations? That's you heathens. Because contrary to the world, see, the world, everybody in the world, they don't understand the concept. They don't understand that there's 18 nations on the earth. All right, you all go back to one of those nations. But the top nation on the earth, although it looks like we're the lowest right now, well, right now, the nation that's ruling the earth is you Edomites, you so-called white people. Majority of you so-called white people being the Edomites. But really, the top nation on the earth is the Israelites. And really the elect within the nation of Israel. Because you got 2/3 that are likened into a heathen right now. So what? This whole book is written to the Israelites. And this verse, Revelation 2:26, is talking to the Israelites, really the elect, like I said, the chosen at the nation of Israel. It says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. So as long as we hold fast, the Lord is going to give us, he's going to make us kings and priests. We're going to rule this whole earth. It says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. All right, so we're going to break them down, man, with a rod of iron. We're going to dash it across their backs. And that's talking about what? This talking about the kingdom of heaven. See, the kingdom of heaven is not in the spiritual world. You got people that think, or I did at least in the world, that heaven is in the spiritual world, and that you're just sitting there, you know, in the spiritual world forever, you know. The spiritual world could be called one heaven, all right, but the kingdom of heaven, when the Israelites are ruling, that's going to be on earth. The kingdom of heaven is on earth. All right, under Yahweh Shai, we're going to be ruling this whole earth. All right. But back to the point, you know, judgment is happening, man. Judgment is definitely happening. You can't deny it. You know, 57 shootings in 3 months, that's a lot of damn shootings. And it's probably, like I said, it's probably all you Edomites, because you Edomites are insane. Y'all are crazy. Y'all the first ones to go coconuts in all these horror movies. You know, y'all are mad. Y'all are mad scientists. Yeah, I seen an article that said Bill Gates is trying to damn, what did it say? By like spring of 2019, like Bill Gates and somebody else is trying to cover up the sun or something crazy like that. You know, which the Lord's not going to allow you to do it. All right, but that goes to show you that you Edomites are mad scientists, man. Because why the hell would you cover up the sun? You know, the sun, we need the sun rays. All right, but back to the point. I'm gonna get Acts 4:18, because you know we're talking about judgment, which ultimately that's what the day of the Lord is. The day of the Lord is when he's going to bring mass judgment across the earth. But to a lot of people, they don't really understand that the day of the Lord is going to be a lot of killing, a lot of destruction happening. All right, it tells you that all across the book that you're going to have chariots coming, beaming down, laser beams of death. All right, you're going to have people dying, race wars happening, martial law. All right, even though you don't see it now, even though you may not see it on the daily news, the judgment that the Lord is bringing, judgment is soon going to come. All right, but to the majority of the world, they don't understand that, and that's why they seek the day of the Lord. You got Christians out there, you know, saying they can't wait for Jesus to come back. I don't even like saying that name. All right, but you got them saying out there they can't wait for him to come back. That's because they truly don't understand what the day of the Lord entails. All right, this is Acts 4:18. No. Acts 4. Salakia. It's Acts 4 and Salakia. I forget the actual verse now that I'm right here. All right. Oh, con. This is. Hey, Salakia, I was in the wrong book. That's why my page is confused. But it's Amos 5 and 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." So yeah, and the reason why it says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord," like I said, the reason why it's destruction unto you is because that's exactly what the day of the Lord is. It's gonna be destruction. All right. There's a reason why you got scriptures saying that when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's coming not to bring peace but a sword. It's because Yahweh Shai is coming back to judge the whole earth. He's coming back to judge everybody on the earth and to give everybody the reward that they deserve. All right. That's what the day of the Lord is. That's what a majority of people in the earth, in the world, they don't understand that's the day of the Lord. It's destruction. All right. It's destruction, and it's going to be with the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be saved. We're going to be delivered up from the destruction. All right. Even right now, when like I said, all the judgment that's happening, all the shootings that have happened. That doesn't mean you walk around scared. That doesn't mean you when you go outside, you may go out to get food, that you're constantly panicking and making sure, all right, that someone's not going to run in there with a gun, because we're supposed to walk with faith, all right, and believing that the Lord is constantly protecting us, even right now in these times, all right, because Psalms 37:34-7, the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and deliver them. So although you can't see it, see it in another dimension, we got angels around us right now as we speak. All right, you got angels around you while you sleep, blocking out all these demons. All right, and while you're out walking, we got angels. Those of us who know the name and believe it, and we have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we got angels protecting us. All right, so we don't have anything to be scared about. We don't have anything to be scared about walking out here. As long as you know that you're doing the right thing, you're in good standing with the Lord, we don't got anything to be scared about, man. Because we know that we're perfect through our faith. All right, we're perfect through our faith. Okay. But that was a quick topic I wanted to go into, because like I said, I had some articles up, and I just basically wanted to go into that. That judgment is happening. Although you may not see it on the news every day, judgment is definitely happening around the world. All right, so keep your faith and believe it. Because like I said, man, judgment is happening, and it's soon to happen on a much bigger scale than what you see right now. All right, so with that, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.